Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Quimby Chronicles Momcast. I'm Shantae.
I'm Tracy, and happy April. It's April, y'all. So this week we're going to be talking about minimizing distractions. And honey, because if you a mama, you know, okay? You know, them children, ooh, they got like a sixth sense, and they know when you gone. Like you try to ease that. They know. So we're gonna talk today about how we minimize distractions, and with, like we always say, with the different age groups in the house. You know, with something different for each age group. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Y'all ready? You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready. So let's do this. So I'm gonna let Shantae go first because she is still developing her ways to minimize distractions, okay, with her babies.
Yes. So normally when I have like phone calls to make for like appointments or anything like that, I do it during the week and I do it when it's my son's nap time because if he hears me on the phone, he doesn't care who he thinks it is. He wants to say hi. He'll want to say hi. He'll ask if it's his dad. Like Luca just has 5,000 questions, and then when I'm saying something to the people on the phone, he'll be repeating it and then trying to grab the phone. Mommy, say hi. I want to say hi. Say hi. Mom, can I see? Because he'll think that it's FaceTime when I have it on speaker. So it's a whole mess with him. So I wait until it's his nap time, and then that's when I try to make my phone calls for whatever I have going on, like the appointments, or if I need to set an appointment, confirm an appointment, any type of phone call that I need to make, I do it during his nap time. But when my 3-month-old is up during that nap time, I just have to leave her in her bassinet, and most of the time she's crying. I'll have to leave her in the bassinet, and I go into the garage and close the door and make my phone call. And it has its pros and cons because I don't hear her crying anymore while I'm on the phone because then I can't think, and then I'm pretty sure whoever I'm talking to doesn't want to hear a screaming baby while they're trying to hear me give my information. Right. And the con would be if someone's going out there quick to grab something and if they don't see me, they don't hear me. 9 times out of 10, I'm on the furthest side of the garage, so I have to kind of shuffle my way through in the complete darkness because they won't see me, so they'll go and turn the light off thinking that someone left it on accident. So the light has been turned off on me a good couple of times, and I've been there in the pitch black trying to find my way through the stuff because that garage, a lot of it has like me and like my husband's stuff and all that.
There's a whole apartment in there.
Yes,
like she's trying to sugarcoat it. No, it's a whole apartment in there.
It's a 3-car garage, and the section where it's the single garage, because it'll have the double and the single. The single garage has literally all of our stuff. Like all of that is taken up by our stuff.
Couches, all of it. Everything.
Okay, and then some of it is a workout set.
Oh yeah,
some dumbbells
and some yard stuff. There's some yard stuff over there. I forgot about that.
Some space too.
It does.
Most of it is our stuff that's there.
Yeah.
So then I'm trying to shuffle through. I'm like this, still trying to talk to the people on the phone, reaching my hand out to make sure I don't hit anything because it's so cluttered in there. It is so cluttered in there, and most of it, like I said, like right where the door is, that's where majority of our stuff is. Because as soon as you walk out into the garage, it's the single part of the 3 doors, so all of our stuff is just right there. There is a walkway, but sometimes stuff gets moved or pushed over, and yes, the walkway is literally like this big.
It's so little.
Sometimes it depends on if you have stuff in your hand or not, because you might have to do a little side step action to get through because
it's definitely a fire hazard.
Just a smidge, because hey, but that's what I would say the only con is, because you can't really hear any noise being in the garage. And then there's been times where I leave her and she's crying and I'm like, hey girl, like I gotta make this phone call, we have to set these appointments, so you just gonna have to rock out for a little bit. And I come back and she's sleeping and I'm like, girl, you did all that because you were sleepy? You're not gonna miss the party. You're up in my face all day. There's no party that you're gonna miss.
How's she know?
Because I know. And then also with my son, 9 times out of 10 I wake up earlier than what my alarm is set as. My alarm is set for 8 o'clock every day, and 9 times out of 10 I'm waking up at like 7:30, and I'll try to sneak out of the room to go and just be by myself in my own vicinity just for a minute. As soon as that door opens, he pops up, Mommy, hot chocolate, and I'm like, you were just sleeping.
He actually says hot Charlotte is what he says. Okay, Mommy, it's so cute.
Hot Charlotte.
So cute.
And then he'd be, Nana. He loves bananas. Loves bananas. And I didn't know that until probably, a couple months ago,
Yeah,
maybe?
he just started it. Yeah, really eating a lot of bananas, yeah.
When it was just us, we never really bought bananas because I don't eat them. Like, I don't like bananas. And my husband, he'd probably eat like one or two, and then the other ones would just sit there. So they would go bad and it'd be wasted. So we just didn't get bananas. So He's never really been exposed to it. Yes, because I know that I don't like it, so I'm not going to eat it. And then that's just money that's being wasted on food. So we didn't really buy bananas, so I didn't know that he liked them like that. But what? Now I know I need to keep the bananas on deck for him because that's his thing. His hot Charlotte and his banana every single morning. And he'll ask for multiple bananas a day. He'll ask at least 4 different times for a banana because he loves them. 1,000%. But yes, I can almost never sneak away early because I'm telling you, because the door to that room, it makes a noise when you open it because I think it's the paint from like the door frame of the paint to the door, because sometimes I'll have stuff like my bag or something hanging on the door, so it kind of pushes it together, and there's certain types of paint that'll still like stick to each other with some pressure, so then when I go and open it, it makes like a little knocking noise. He pops up, he's looking at me like this, Mommy, how's Charlotte? I want to go. And I'm like, okay, cool.
We'll start closing that door all the way.
Yep.
Push it up.
Good. But then if Luca sees that it's cracked, Mommy, close it? No, Luca, yes. And then he'll close it. I'm like, yep, okay. And then he'll go and turn on the light whenever he feels like it. He'll turn off the fan in the middle of the night. I'm like, okay, I guess you were cold. But he'd be, Luca
boy got a problem, he fixing it.
He's in his own world. I'm literally just living in Luca's world right now.
That's it. That's how it be when you have kids.
Yeah.
And for the record, okay, when she was talking about how Luca be like, I want to say hi. He doesn't only do it to her. Because if I'm on the phone, honey, he coming over there and he say hi. So he has to say hi to everybody. But whatever, I mean.
He's social when he wants to be. Because
what?
If you're going somewhere out in public and a stranger says hi, he's going to tell them no and stand behind whoever he's closest to and hold on to their leg and
he's smart.
Just stare them until they leave him alone.
He's smart. Yeah. He's smart.
He knows stranger danger already because Luca does not play around with the people at all. At all.
He does not. So, for me, I have multiple methods of ways to minimize distractions. My favorite, of course, is being in my room, in my bed, right? So normally, because the kids, they kind of know my routine. Because normally, I come downstairs and after we get the girls off to school and stuff like that, I'll come back and just kind of hang around and do something. I always got something running. So come back and find something to do. So on the weekends, when they wake up, which the older ones, they don't get up till like 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But when they wake up, they looking for me. They look in my room. I'm not in there. They know my usual places. The other places out on the lanai. So on the lanai, I'll go out there early in the morning. If it's just me awake, I go out there and I chill out and I have my me time, drink my coffee out there or whatever. And once I hear that door open, then I know my solitude is done. Okay, that's it. Because if I go outside, they're going to follow me outside. They can all open the door. So they're going to follow me outside. So I will say the number one place is my room, and I got to lock the door. Because if I don't lock the door, they hit this number on their way in. I'll be like, oh, okay. And that's everybody. That's all of them. So, for me, minimizing distractions, I usually have to make an announcement. Be like, hey, I'm about to go do... I don't know, like if I got to do a voiceover for a video, I'd be like, hey, I'm about to go do this voiceover. So they know, okay. Because if I don't say it, honey, they're going to be all up in my business. They're going to be talking to me. And then, the little kids, they got questions. The big kids got questions. Everybody just wondering, hey, have you seen this? Or where's this? And, I was looking for, maybe we should. Yeah. Now you want to have this conversation because I don't know what it is about when you're busy. And kids always want to have conversations with you.
See,
like I was sitting here forever and no conversation.
I'm not going to lie. I can't even really fault Luca like that because at my big age, I still do it because I know if I'm walking by and I don't see her like in the kitchen in her chair, because as soon as you walk out of our room, it's a straight line. She'll be like literally straight line. So all I have to do is peek my head around the corner. And if I don't see her sitting in that chair, I peek my head around the corner a little further, and I look in the recliner that she's always in. She's not there. And as soon as you step out of our room, there's a window. Literally, as soon as you step out, so I open it. And I'm peeking, you know, gotta scope the scenery out, and I'm looking. So I have to kind of do like this move because the chairs that they normally sit in are up against the wall. So I kind of gotta, you know, peek my head around and have my face up against the window a little bit. And if I don't see her in that chair, normally I see like a little piece of her robe or maybe her hair sometimes. But if I don't see her in that chair, I go to the big sliding glass doors and I'm looking, trying to see past the lanai out there. Because they set up these like this little area, so they got two like huge pergolas and there's chairs and stuff out there. So then if she's not on the lanai, I look a little further trying to see if she's out there under the pergola. And if I don't see her, then I'm like, yeah, she's probably upstairs. But me, one thing about those stairs, because I only go up those stairs if I like need something, literally need something, or if I'm doing laundry. Because like yesterday, I almost went up the stairs, but then my brother came down and I was like, ooh, are you going back upstairs anytime soon? And he was like, at some point. And I was like, oh, well, whenever you go back up there, could you just toss down a roll of paper towels? But then he went back up immediately. And I was like, oh, well, like, you were cool. I didn't need it immediately because...
There's some in the garage.
No, it's just toilet paper out there.
No, I just bought a whole big, huge pack of paper towels.
Okay, well, they weren't on the shelf where they normally were. And I'm not going to lie, that
because the shelf was full.
No, it's not full. It's
not
space.
Full now. Oh. But it was at the time.
Yeah,
that's why.
She didn't have to expose me like that. Anyways, it wasn't... Okay, yeah, because I'm not going to lie. I didn't really spend much time looking for them. I just looked where
they're supposed to be.
Yes, I looked where they're supposed to be because they're normally right next to the toilet paper on the shelf. So it's normally the toilet paper, paper towels, and then tissues all on one shelf. But the spot where the paper towels normally are was empty. So I took a little gander and I was like, don't see him. So I was like, hey, Chelsea got a roll of paper towels. And I thought he was just, you know, going to toss it down whenever. So I was like, oh, I'll come back in a little and, like, check on the ground somewhere on a bench to see where they are. But then he was standing at the top of the stairs like this, had his arm up. It was just looking so irritated. I was like, sorry, I didn't know you were waiting on me. So he threw it, and I thought I was doing my thing, you know, D1 athlete. And no. Because he threw it so high. So I had my arms up like this. And the paper towel roll, it touched my hands, but it flew way past me into the bench and everything. And I was like, oh, well.
D1 athlete?
Yeah, I'm a D1 athlete. Well, retired D1 athlete. Yeah.
But you can't catch a roll of paper towels. Got it. Okay, but that's neither here nor there.
Said retired. You know, I'm just a little rusty.
Yep, that's neither here nor there. So we're going to just fly past that. Okay. We'll fly past that. But yeah, so my, really for me to minimize distractions when it comes to the kids, it's usually secluding myself somewhere. It just depends on the type of day, on the time of day. It depends on the weather. It depends on so many things. Because even though my room is the best place, like as a physical location, it's not the best place. Because, honey, okay, that stuff is going to slide over to the other side, and I'm going to lay it down, you know? And after a while, I'm going to give you a good 10, 15 minutes of work.
But to be fair, her bed is the most comfortable bed I have ever laid on. Like, that bed, it's like it's memory foam, but like a little more firm than memory foam. Yeah. It is so comfortable. Like, I've been trying to finesse this mattress off of them for years, and she will not let it go. She ain't gonna do it.
I am not giving it up. I don't even know.
Let it go.
I don't even know what kind of mattress it is. They were actually gifted to us, so I don't even know what the name of the mattress is to say, oh, well, I'm gonna buy a new one when this one is tore up. But I
asked her, I was like,
ooh, yes.
I was like, oh, can we flip it and try to figure out what it is? And she just looked at me, and I was like, oh.
Right, because who about to take all these sheets? Like, you better come up here on a Monday when I'm taking the sheets off anyway and remind me.
And then I'm sitting there asking, can we see what brand it is? Like, I'm going to buy it because I'm definitely...
it's probably pretty expensive. Yeah.
Like, just laying on it, you can tell. Like, you just... Ooh, it feels expensive. Like, it's... And then it's one of the split kings, too. So, you know, you got to buy the two separate twin XL or twin mattresses.
Right, yeah.
To put together. So,
which I am not a fan of the whole two twin things, but whatever, it is what it is. But that twin on the side toward the wall, yes, the computer be there, the books, whatever it was I was doing, the phone, because I'm not getting up to put my phone on the charger because I moved my charger further away from the bed. Not getting up to do that. I get it after this nap, or I put on my little battery pack on the back to charge it. Because no, not doing that. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. So that's usually my struggle. Like, I know I should go to my room because it's the quietest, but then if I go to my room, I'm gonna get into bed and it's gonna be a whole nap, and I still won't get anything done. So, I've gotten used to taking the kids. I'll take the kids outside. I'll be like, hey, y'all want to go outside? Because I know once they're outside, they're going to play and they're going to leave me alone for little spurts of time because they are, 2, 4, and 5. So they tell all the time. So I will get little blocks where it's like, I get a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there before I hear I got to hear Gigi or Auntie or Mom. Yeah. So it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But if I go outside, at least I do get something done. It's not, I can't give it my undivided attention because, we got the 3 musketeers that decide they got to tell every 2 minutes. But, that's the thing with life and life with kids. You improvise, adapt, and we overcome. So somehow we get her done.
I will say, to defend the girls a little bit, the 4 and the 5-year-old, the telling does go down when my son is not involved because
I wasn't about to put Luke out there like that.
He plays so rough.
He's a boy.
Plays so rough.
He's a boy's boy. That's what he does. Yeah,
for sure. Because like even with my brother Sean, like they like to do the wrestling and the body slamming. But before Sean, when his dad was here, that's what they'd be doing, like WWE moves on each other and just all kinds of stuff. Like even when he's doing his little tickling, that hurts because he'll go and scratch and he's like pushing his way onto something. Tickle.
Hey, I'll be ready to fight. My gosh. I'll be ready to fight till I hear him saying tickle, and I'll be like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Hey.
And then he does this thing where he'll like run around, and if there's people like standing around, he'll do this thing that we just call side swiping. Yeah. So then he'll just run around and just boom and just hit everybody.
He'll whack you like your upper thigh, knee area.
And I'm not gonna lie, that hurts because the fist will be closed, like it feels like a little punch. So I don't even feel any type of way when they're always telling on Luca because if I was them, I would be telling on Luca. Because I want to tell on Luca now, but who am I going to tell? Right. I'm his mom. I don't have anybody to tell.
Luca gets a little rowdy.
Yes, like Luca, he beats me up sometimes. Like we're in there playing one game, he wants to be jumping on my neck and just doing all the stuff, and I'm like, oh, Luca, you play so rough.
Yeah, because boys, sometimes you gotta put him in a chokehold. Because look, you see, I gotta do Sean every now and again. Put him in a chokehold. Put him on the ground.
Sean's 16 now.
Yeah.
So.
He's 16 and probably about 6 foot, but I'm still gonna put him on the ground because the boys
every time. It's so funny.
They play too much.
He's literally the tallest one in the house, so it's so funny that he thinks that he got mom beat and he'll go and try to put her in a chokehold first. But then my girl should be pulling out the karate moves, and then next thing you know, you turn away. 3 seconds later, Sean on the ground talking about please, okay, I'll stop, and I'm like. You are so big.
Yeah, one day he'll probably get me. But not today.
Not anytime soon. It's not looking like.
Ain't gonna be no time soon. But
probably about
eventually
10 years. Yeah, somewhere around there. That's when he might start getting you. But yeah, Luca, boys are rough. When they say check on your boy moms, check on your boy moms. They are rough and getting beat up.
I be telling her she better learn to fight. I 2-piece him, girl. I would have 2-piece. You 2-piece in me, I'm 2-piece in you. You see how that feels?
I've been saying probably for a couple months. I'm like Selena. That's my daughter, the 3-month-old. She's going to grow up tough.
She better
because Luca, like even though he's like sweet around her and gentle around her, when she starts getting older and starts getting on his nerves, it's a wrap for her. It is.
She better learn to fight. Look, Jasmine learned.
She's already a sassy girl. No, what did it for me with Jasmine and Sean was that Jasmine would go and mess with him, and he goes and jumps on her back, wraps his feet around her, and just pushes all his weight on the back. So then they both just go falling back. Mom, and I'm like, hey, Sean probably told you to leave him alone. you kept messing with him. But the thing about Sean is he may let it go in the moment, but a week later, he's going to remember that you went messing with him when he told you to stop.
Yeah.
That memory, undefeated. Undefeated. So he'll come back a week later and get his payback.
So there is another distraction. See, they fighting.
Yeah.
But the thing that kills me about these kids is that they fight and they telling they want you to fix it. But then as soon as you start to fix it, then they want to get together and they want to gang up on you. Now the person that told is telling the person that got in trouble, oh, yeah. I know they be talking junk.
Oh no, it's Raina.
I know.
Don't do my lyric like that. Don't do my Luca like that.
You just told on them.
You just told me that he hit you, and I told Luca stop or be nice or gentle, whatever it is that I say in that moment. Don't do my Luca like that. I'm like, girl, I'm on your side. What's happening? We're on the same team right now.
So let me tell you. Let me tell you what I do now when they come tell. I sit and I listen. I listen, and I say okay, and go back to what I was doing. Cause why? Because you're going to go back over there and play with them anyway. So, that's the thing with them. Just roll with it, roll with it. That's what I do. I can't be bothered because what you going to stress yourself out for? They going to still do it. So,
at some point, I'll get to that point.
It takes a minute. So, we talked about minimizing our distractions today. So, Shantae, she has her office in the garage.
I sure do. I sit on that trampoline that's out there in the garage. I'm sitting right there on that phone. I go and bring my wallet with me. I got my wallet in my hand, my phone, and I go and sit right in the middle of that trampoline that's in the garage. And I do what I need to do.
Yeah. To minimize the distractions. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. So, she has her office in the garage. And for me, it just depends. I usually go to my room or outside on the lanai or outside under the pergolas if the weather is nice. If the weather's nice and it's still a little windy, I'll probably sit on the lanai. But other than that, I go outside. And like you see how many places she checked looking for me, that's what they do. But I already know early in the morning when that sliding glass door opens, yep, it's a wrap. Gonna pack it up.
Yep, because
you done had your time.
I come out and I see those curtains open because pretty much every day I open the window that's right outside the room. And I always forget to close it because I always hear somebody closing it like every single night. And I'm like, dang, forgot again. But I forget almost every single night to close that window. But to be fair, I forget the one in the room also. So, I mean, hey, you win some, you lose some. But if I see those curtains pulled back, I know somebody out there.
Right.
I know there's somebody out there. I don't know who it is, but I'm going to look. Because I know if the blinds are closed, the curtains are closed, then that means that she either didn't come downstairs yet or she's not here. So then that's when I'll open them. I'll open up the curtains because if it's not me or my mom, or I don't know if my aunt does it at all, I'm not
Probably
sure.
Not.
But if it's not me or my mom opening those curtains,
they're going to be closed.
They'll stay closed all day.
Because they're closed now because I haven't been outside yet. So they're closed now, yeah.
But I open it because, there's a bunch of plants. Well, there was a plant stand that was there, but that's why I would open it to make sure that her little plant stand, that her plants got the light. Because, like I said, if she doesn't do it and I don't do it, they're going to leave it closed all day. Because I remember you went on that cruise, the one that was like the 5-day one.
With Miss Shonda?
I think so. And then... He probably can't get the door open. Because my bag's on the bag's hanging on the thing.
You want to go outside?
Okay.
Can you pause it? I think you got to stop it.
Okay, Luca. Stop.
So we just got to finish up real quick.
Okay,
And
hold on. I'll leave you there. 100%, whatever you want.
yeah, I was going to stop it, but then I was like, you know what? I'll just cut it out.
Yeah, you gotta... I'll shoot. Yeah, I'll shoot. You gotta be quiet, okay? You gotta be quiet. And I'll be right back, okay? Shh, okay? Say, eat your banana.
It was knocking on our door. The knocking on the door wasn't eating enough cookie.
Dang, what was I saying?
I don't even remember.
About the blinds. So I'll just start talking about it. So yeah, that 5-day cruise that you went on, and I think that was one that you went on with Miss Shonda. Mm-hmm. I remember it was like maybe the day before you left or 2 days before you left, and you were like, "Don't let my plants die," and I was like, "You know, I got you, girl."
Because I watered them before I left. To make sure.
She said it because she knows that if she's not here, I'm not really coming out of the room because
because I'm a vibe.
Yeah, like she's pretty much the only one that I socialize with in the house because my two, like, they're not going to talk back to me. Like, they can't hold a conversation. Not for real. I mean, Luca probably could, but Luca, he doesn't really talk about anything for real anyway. Luca, he'll go about what he wants. Yeah, he'll go and dip on me and ask for a movie or something. I'm like, Luca, I thought we were vibing, but like, if my mom's not here, I'm not really coming out unless it's to like eat or use the bathroom. I don't really come out too much, so she knew I don't really come out of the room like that when she's not here. So she's like, "Hey, don't let my plants die." Right. And I was like, "I got you." And I opened those curtains. I think I opened them every day that she was gone, except once. But it was only once because, my dad took out the dogs before I had got up that day. So that's the only reason that they were open when I already. And it wasn't even all of them. It was just the first one. Yeah, just the first one to get out the door, and that was it. So then I went and open the rest of them. But that was the only day that I didn't open up every single one because I make sure they're spaced properly so the plants get light, but then so also the living room gets light and it's not just a single beam of light coming in. So I go and, open them separately, space it out and all that. So, Mom, Luca. Can you see it? Yes, I see it. Please go sit down and shh for a second.
All right. So we have talked today about minimizing distractions. And like I said, we talked about Shantae's office, and we talked about my 3 little sites that I go to that everybody knows. Yeah, baby. Look. I see it. I see it. Luca, yeah, I see it.
Luca, you gotta be quiet for a second, baby.
Bless you.
Sit and eat your banana, okay? We're almost done.
I'm just gonna close it up. All right. So as always,
you're welcome.
All right. As always, thank you for chatting with us. We chatted today about minimizing distractions. So let us know how you minimize distractions when it comes to your kids. Like what things you do, because maybe we could take a page out of your book. Okay. So we will
we'll take anything.
Right. We need all the help
for a long time because if y'all know the tea about TRICARE, you're gonna be on that phone for a minute and it gets hot out there. Right. It gets hot.
So like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that, okay? So you can come chat with us every week, and then we will see you next week. Hope you have a great week.
Bye.